it's Rachel from The Little Reading Lamb, and today's new said back to me, what's Rachel reading? So I'm currently reading 3 different books, the first being Transcendent Kingdom. This is one of my most anticipated 2020 reads. I didn't get to it when it initially got out just because school was starting and a bit of craziness was uproaring, but I actually received it as a gift and I was very appreciative of that. I'm currently on page, I believe, 125. Yes, 125. I'm at the chapter break. On chapter 25, and it's been really good. I actually started this one yesterday and I'm enjoying it so much so far. I feel like not only is it a really good and emotional story, but I'm also learning a lot because she does reference studies, like not extensively that you obviously like don't understand what she's saying, but it's just very interesting. I actually really enjoy it. I absolutely love this author's debut book, Homegoing, so I was excited to see what else she was gonna publish, and this one is definitely not letting me down. She's such a good writer. I definitely recommend not only Homegoing, but so far, can't say what's gonna happen at the end, but so far I'm really enjoying Transcendent Kingdom. Then I'm also reading How to Bake, an edible exploration of the mathematics of mathematics, and I'm currently on page 132. I'm on the section called Chess, Simple Rules, Complex Game, and I'm really enjoying that as well. I'm reading this very slow at this point. By this point, I'm probably not going to be finished it till March or April, but I'm halfway through the book. My biggest thing, so I read this, it's very complicated, my reading thing, but basically I read this when my game I've lost and I'm in between reading chapters, and now I kind of have a thing where I'm not reading like my kind of bonus books, the other one I'm going to talk about in a moment. When I only have one opportunity to read in a day, I'm only focusing on this book, which would be my main book. So that was kind of my problem because last week I ran into a lot of hurdles when it came to getting stuff read and done. I'm going to actually explain that in a few moments. Then the next book I'm reading, one that I've been reading since 2018, is Star Wars from a Certain Point of View, 40 Stories Celebrating 40 Years of Star Wars. And the reason why this book has taken me a while is not because I don't like it, because obviously I do, but I find anthologies very difficult for me, and I hit one story where it was just kind of a hurdle, and it wasn't because the story was bad, it's just because me and the author's writing style weren't clicking. I have a really hard time with books that are more action-based just because of my comprehension, and it takes a lot more concentration for me to get into them. So when it's a short story, the amount of concentration it takes for me to get into it, by the time it ends, I'm almost like exhausted, if that makes sense, like from reading it, even though I enjoyed it. But some of these stories, like I'm just really, the last few I've read, I'm really just meshing well with the author's writing style. I'm really getting into it right away. I'm actually rewatching the original trilogy right now. I'm actually on Return of the Jedi. And then I think I'm going to watch the newer trilogy again because I've seen like Force Awakens, and then I watched Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and I haven't seen all 3 of them in succession because right before I was going to see The Last Skywalker, I'm always confused. I'm going to get that title wrong. It just feels wrong to me. Before I went to see that, I didn't get to finish my rewatch, so I want to kind of rewatch them in succession. But yeah. Anywho, I'm currently on page 238, but I'm going to be on page 247. I just had to finish the short story. I wasn't quite finished when I came in my room to film because I was chit-chatting instead of reading because I got stopped a little bit abruptly. But anyway, so kind of getting into my schedule breakdown and what happened last week. So I was originally, don't know why I'm losing my words. I was originally going to post a video yesterday. And yesterday was going to be my September, October, November, December reading wrap up. And I was planning on editing it this week and getting it up because I had filmed it the week before. I filmed actually 3 videos the week before, and I was going to upload every other week. So I was like, okay, so I have my content down for January, a little ways into February, like that's fabulous. And I still have 4 videos I want to film. So I'm trying to gain up content. Like some of my end of year wrap up stuff is going to be happening in February at this point, but it's better than not at all, and I really want to get back into posting weekly videos, but I think every other week for a while is a bit more manageable and gives me some time to breathe, and I can film 3 videos and I know I'm good for 6 weeks. So that makes me feel a bit better until I can get a handle on everything, and like I'm trying out new software for editing. I'm trying to edit on my iPad and film on my phone. So we're going to see how that goes because my camera quality is just getting worse because my camera's older I don't really want to upgrade at this point because I don't know how much, like I want to stick with YouTube, obviously, but I don't want to upgrade my camera right at this point because A, I don't really have the finances to do that because it's kind of a bigger purchase, and there's a few things I have to save up for right now, and B, because I'm not making weekly content. I need to get back into it to justify an expense like that. So, back to my story. So basically I filmed my videos I think on the 4th or 5th of January, and I got a call to substitute for the 7th, 8th, and 11th online because right now the schools in my province, my school board is not coming back in person till the 25th of January. So I was like, oh, that's pretty good because, I haven't had any opportunities. I didn't know how much money I was going to be able to make this month. I only work 2 days a week for reference just because I'm a full-time master's student. So I was like, oh, pretty sick. But during this time, I had to actually plan what was going to happen just because they had a staffing change. So I was stuck with all the prep time and teaching and stuff, which wasn't bad because how it was set up was pretty good. And the teacher before obviously left me stuff, so I had like a roadmap to know what I was going to do. And then right now, because there's such a shortage of teachers, because a lot of the occasional teachers, which are substitute teachers, which is what I'm considered, are taking over or have taken over virtual classrooms because they are in such a shortage of teachers right now because of the pandemic and having to do virtual school and have actual physical school in place. That the principal is having a hard time finding a teacher, so each day that week it was like, can you work one more day? So I ended up working from Thursday the 7th till Friday the 15th. And while this was happening, normally it wouldn't be that bad, but I was planning and, during the school day, like from 8 o'clock in the morning, school didn't start till later, but like from 8 o'clock in the morning, I was on the course site until like 3-ish, 3:30. So most of my day was spent doing that. And then after that, I started my master's program, my second semester on the 11th. So I've had, by tomorrow, Monday, if you're watching this on Sunday or Monday, tomorrow I have 2 assignments due, and I had 1 due last Wednesday. So I've been working on homework and getting that done. So like, it's just been kind of hectic. I felt like I wanted to crash. I was really happy I could help out. But it just made me really tired of schoolwork. I'm only working 1 day this upcoming week. So I have time to edit the video and work on my schoolwork because in the evening I won't have to be planning. I think I had to plan for 1 day, potentially. I'm not sure yet, but that's not that bad because it's only 1 day of school and I'll know what kind of roadmap. But that's what happened last week. It was an amazing opportunity, and because I've been working mostly at the same school, it's been good because I know some of them, when we're even in a virtual context, I can see names and recognize it. So it was a good experience teaching online for a while, setting up lessons and doing all that. It was just really exhausting with my own schoolwork. But then also I pretty much almost got my whole month's worth of working days done in a very short time because of only being able to work 2 days a week. I only work 8 days a month. So that worked out well for me. And if I get to work in person the last week of school too, I'll be beating my record. So it was a good reason why I missed it, but I really want to get on that. So my goal, long story short, is to basically get a video up sometime this week before next Sunday. I'm really trying to aim for Wednesday or Friday because I'm working Thursday. But I need to get my editing software because I have a few that I've been thinking of, and edit that footage. And then once I get the kind of handle on that and how editing works, and seeing editing on my iPad's probably be way easier and faster than editing with my older software on my old computer that takes a while to start up. So after that, and after maybe a few months, maybe once we get to March or April, it might be easier for me to, start doing once a week. So if you like that content and you want it more frequently, I'm going to try for a few months, at least 2 months, just posting every other week and see how I do, and then we'll restructure from there. But yeah, it's a bit crazy, but I'm glad for the unexpected opportunity, and I have the videos filmed, so I don't want to obviously waste those. So I will be putting them up, and filming sometimes is the biggest hurdle in my house because it's very hard to find quiet space and quiet time. But this week, kind of my goal is not only to edit, but I want to try to film 2 more videos. I want to stockpile my filming footage because editing I can do whether the house is loud or quiet. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. This was a very long video. Definitely let me know what you guys are reading. What are you up to? What has been happening in your life? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.